Just like two
So you
versions.
first them.
Yes.
Well, hey. So the rock version now, is this the one that you envisage as the crossover?
Well, I wasn't crossover wasn't in my mind. When I was
Right.
playing it,
That's how it came out.
I just said let's try this out. And we
Because
tried
it's
it out and it felt nice.
right.
So we said let's stick with it.
Because I know you say that this album is there's a departure in the way that you put the music together.
Yeah. What we try to do is usually I show up with chords and
Mhm.
melody and
Mhm.
guys jump in, and depending on what I want to get out of them, I would tell them the lyrics before. And I would
Mhm.
go back to the lyrics.
Okay.
Because sometimes you want a particular kind of sound coming out the guitar, so you tell him it's a sad song, boom, boom, boom,
Uh-huh.
and then mentally he's thinking along those lines.
Uh-huh.
But what I did with this album, we brought all the music first, no lyrics, just the music.
Wow. So they had no idea.
No.
So it was like a kind of incubus kind of thing, a kind of experiment.
It's a little boring, after a while, same thing, 3-4 chords. That's why the lyrics to me is so important. But what we did was, we just switched it around this time to see what we can pull out. I mean, the song you just played has 42 chord changes in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's a huge departure.
Yeah, well, it's about 9 chords, but we changed 42 times. And even 9 chords in a reggae song is a lot.
Because I hear like a guitar, like a Carlos Santana.
Yeah, I would try to bring all the influences in there, and the thing is, when I play with the guys, I never dictate to them what they should bring to the song.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them what I'm trying to convey. I'm trying to convey this. They bring their own vibe to that.
Who are the members of Adoa, and are they the original members that you started out
A
with?
couple of them. Raj Desiree on bass. He's been with me from inception. He's from Dominica.
Mm-hmm.
Adonai Xavier came in on the second album from Trinidad. He's been there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Baldwin Brown was the newest member.
Mm-hmm.
He's from St. Lucia. He's on drums.
Mm-hmm.
We have K2 on keyboards, and John Uetai is from Japan.
Wow.
John is from Barbados. Valerie Kelly sings with us.
Right. Right.
She's with us, and Jennifer Schulteis jumps in.
So it's very cosmopolitan.
Yeah. Everybody coming from a different talent, bringing a different vibe to the band. So it kind of works. One thing is that we have a unique sound, which is, I guess, unlike the rest of the sounds, because everybody's allowed to bring in their influences.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that you're playing South by Southwest.
Yeah, I mean, we play lots of festivals that the reggae artists don't play.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So you've obviously, you're doing something right.
Well, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but
You're doing something right.
We're not playing the reggae festivals. We're not reggae enough for the reggae festivals.
You mean the Caribbean Reggae Festival?
Reggae festivals. We're not Caribbean enough, and we're not reggae enough for Caribbean, because there's a particular kind of bass line they want to, a particular kind of vibe they want to.
Mm-hmm.
And
But that's no skin off your nose, right? Because you're getting your art out there.
We're playing, we're doing festivals, we're both playing and lecturing. So
When you say lecturing, this is something new. Tell me about this now.
no, a couple of colleges we've gone to, because of what we've written, have asked me to lecture. So we're lecturing. It's actually on our Facebook page. If you want us to lecture, come out and lecture.
No, I didn't. I didn't check your Facebook page.
Oh, well,
So if people want to know about Taj Weekes and Adoa, where can they find you? If they've never heard of you before.
well, I mean, if you Google, stuff comes up.
Right, I know, because I know you have a website.
And it's tajweekes.com.
Okay.
Tell you just a couple of wonderful things that happened to us this year. Is the Solution government gave us the highest award for humanitarian work.
It was right here. I was about to ask you about it.
And Buffalo, New York gave us our own day. So June 11th is Taj Weekes Day.
Yeah, I need a pen. Congratulations, Taj. And I know your children, your boys especially, must be very, or they think it's nothing. Oh, it's just dad.
They don't pay attention.
It's just dad. So when you come home, you're not the big international.
Well, no, we're dad. I'm dad. I'm the person you call and say, put some money on my card. So, I forgot my soccer shorts at home. Bring it to school for me. And that is what I would always love to be. Nothing else to my children but that.
It's you juggle many balls, but you obviously
Right?
footballs. No, come on, guys, get your brains out the gutter. Seriously, now. You have. I'm not going to say, because I don't want to give people the impression that you dabble. You throw yourself wholeheartedly into whatever it is you are involved in. And I'm like, and nothing seems to suffer because the output, the musical output is still there. The foundation is still going, is still ticking along. How do you have your finger on all of these pulses?
I use my iPhone a lot to remind myself. No, but we have some good people.
I was going to say, do you have a team?
We have some good people in play who we can call up and say, you need to get this done. You know, and they have that same drive. So, if you ask, it will be followed through.
How important is it that when you have a foundation for charitable works, how important is it to keep your group energized at the same level so you can move things forward?
Well, I think for me it's minimum effort because they are just as passionate as I am.
What happens when that passion lags or wanes or you get tired? What's your solution to that? Bring in different people? Or?
No, just, talk about it and see what it is. Because sometimes things are going on in other people's lives that you're not aware of. That kind of drains some of the stuff. So, just sit and talk about it. I've kept the same people. Though many people say, you need to get rid of this person, get rid of that person. But I think if you know people in their quiet times, you know what it is that you need to
what they care. Right.
And the people care just as much. I'll tell you of something that we just came back from doing. There are too many stray dogs in St. Louis.
I saw that.
Right? So I've taken it upon myself to get rid of all the stray dogs. And every 6 months, I bring about 20 people with me to St. Lucia. Vets and vet techs and volunteers. And we spay and neuter tons of animals. I've done it 4 times and I've already spayed and neutered 1,400.
Wow, congratulations on that.
With a long-term plan of building a sanctuary. And so we can take these animals off the street. At the same time, there's an educational component to it. Because there were people at the last spay and neuter clinic we did who had never held the animals. And what we do in order for you to get the animal spayed and neutered, you stand on the scale first, then we make you stand with your animal, we subtract.
Oh, to weigh, okay.
So just in weighing the animals, some of them have never held them before, and these are the animals. And some of the animals didn't even have names. Say, what's the name of your dog?
Dog.
Because we need to write this. Dog don't have a name. So we're coming back to the love for the animals and not treating them bad. And hopefully somewhere down the line, my really sick motive is that everybody becomes a vegan. So
you're going too far now. But go ahead.
Somebody put up a joke. Somebody put up a joke saying the vegans are killing off all the bushes. Eat some bacon.
Oh Lord. That's going from one extreme to the other. So you live a vegan lifestyle?
Yeah.
Your family or just you?
No, just me. I cannot impose my lifestyle on anybody else. I tell them what I think is right, and I cook what I think is right. But
they make their decision.
No point enforce something like that on my children.
Wow, he's a cool dad too, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I saw vegans and some vegetarians going out with their children, and they went to a little party, and the child wanted a piece of cake, and they couldn't have cake, and the children became miserable. I never wanted my children to be like this.
Right. They can make that choice.
We go out to the supermarket, we read the cans together. I say, well,
this is not good.
This is good, and you make those decisions by yourself.
Where are you based, Taj? And you still live in St. Lucia?
I live in St. Lucia and I live in Long Island.
And you make...
Wow. Yeah, I am in St. Lucia about 7 times every year.
Wow.
Because of UNICEF and the other
Now, I know the last time you were performing in New York was a couple of months ago, and I missed it.
The Knitting Factory.
Yeah. So when are you performing live in the New York area that people want to come out? We need to play some more of your music, because this is the first time I've had a conversation with an artist where I've just played one track from the album.
Well, we were in Western Canada over the end of January into February.
Okay.
Because we're playing all the ski lodges. And
Oh,
everything.
wow.
And I really love Western Canada, especially in the summer.
They don't
The
have
people who
summer
go
there,
to-
right?
Yeah, man. The people who go to Toronto.
Isn't it cold all the
No,
time?
no. It's California on Canada side.
Okay,
And
okay.
it's absolutely wonderful.
Wow.
Wide and open and beautiful.
And clean air.
Very clean.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, you-
So, diverging completely. What do you think about this pipeline? That's
The pipeline shouldn't go up.
right. Would you be there to protest?
Yeah.
Because I don't see many people. I guess there are a few people of color,
We
but
were protesting, the closing shutting down the Rikers Island.
oh right, it's still open though.
Yeah, but they need to shut down all prisons. Period.
Then what do you do with those criminals that have to be contained away?
Nobody has to be contained.
Taj, come on
I'm
now.
telling You see, the thing is this: you have to figure out where it is that we started. What made those criminals uncontainable?
You have evil in the world.
No.
You have pure
No,
evil
I
in the
don't
world.
believe-
I
cannot
do.
subscribe to that.
No, I
I'm
agree.
saying to you, the only reason why evil exists is because we've created evil.
Mm.
Had we not created evil, there wouldn't be evil in the world.
But you have people who have no conscience.
Who created those people?
They created themselves
No,
because
man.
they just gave in to
It's
their.
the influences that they've seen, the people they've grown up around, the stuff they've seen on TV. This is what creates what it is.
I don't know. Some people are just inherently.
I don't think so.
I think they are. Yeah.
You see,
We're going to
to
disagree.
You think people are inherently born in sin. That's what the Bible taught us. That people are inherently born into righteousness. Good and God cannot create sin. And that is where the original sin began, by telling people they were born in sin. If I'm born in sin, I'm going to do sinful things. But if I'm born in righteousness, I will do righteous things.
But not everybody does.
Yeah, but that's what
So
we're
you're
taught.
saying from the influences,
Yes.
that's where.
If you teach me one thing, that's
So
what
then,
I'm
if
gonna
you
do.
have someone who is influenced, so then how do you get away? How do you do away with all evil influences?
It's at this stage in the game we cannot, because
We have to
come too
start
far.
again.
We have to start from scratch. But if we influence and show right all the time, I can make you a left-hander if I tie your right hand behind your back.
Necessity.
Exactly. So this is how it works.
Let me ask you a question, Taj. Do you partake of the Holy Sacrament?
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right.
And again, there's a song in there that says, I think the laws against marijuana and the force against marijuana has
Yeah.
done more harm than marijuana has ever done.
Absolutely.
Because all they see is smoke and puff.
They don't see the meditation and the inspiration behind it.
Yeah.
But, again, not everybody can handle it. Because marijuana exacerbates the state of mind that you're in.
Everything is not for everybody.
Okay. All right. So we agree on that,
Everything is not for everybody. Yeah.
on that point.
As much as I speak of this, I would love to make sure that, children before 18 don't get to take a drug. I mean, you have to work something
What would you say to your child, any one of your children who came and said, "Dad, I wanna smoke weed"?
I would
Over
explain to
18.
them, I would explain to them
Hmm.
what it is.
It's not to be used as a
It's not
narcotic,
a joke thing, and just you want to get high.
right?
You have to teach them. Same way you don't use too much salt in your food and too much cilantro. You can't use too much of this either.
Too much of one thing,
Yeah.
good for nothing.
Yeah.
Any chance of you having a Taj University?
The university's in my head.
Well, but everything that you do, you just said there's a teaching element, a teaching component.
Yeah.
So would you ever think about taking it to the next level, having an institution?
I don't think I could give that enough time. What I want to do is help the animals and help the children, and just kind of hopefully down the line change, even if it's in one village at all, but people's perception of who they are and how they fit into this grand scheme of things.
Ever thought about doing a Caribbean tour?
Caribbean people don't like what I do.
But how can you say
No,
that?
but it's true. I mean,
So who are your biggest fans?
my biggest fans are college-educated people between the ages of 18 and 36.
Because of the content of
Because
the lyrics?
content of the material and artist. I mean, I've been called an elitist songwriter.
Wow.
Caribbean people.
Oh my goodness.
Because
That's a huge insult.
Well, to me, it's not an insult at all.
Because you don't pay
Just
them
that
any
I
money.
am as true to the art form as I can possibly be.
Mm.
I cannot write and sing at a particular kind of way if I'm not that person.
Right.
It's unfortunate that if I, do one thing, I would say if I read too much or I don't read enough, it shows.
There's a
If I
right.
have a level of education that some people don't have, I can only write a particular kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to write in a different kind of way.
To please some.
somebody
Mm-hmm.
else.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be true to me.
Absolutely.
So,
Alicia
Yeah, they
Keys
just
said
dig it.
said
That's it.
much of the same thing with her new project that she's released. I saw a little clip on Facebook where she was just kind of so excited and giddy with excitement where she said, I've stayed true to who I am as a performer. And as a performer, being able to have that luxury, to be able to do that, not answer to anybody, and just what you feel here and here and here, you can translate to your work.
I think that had I had to seek somebody else's label, I could not have done what it is I've done. Nobody wanted to hear about the Janjaweed. Who's Janjaweed? I don't know that, And I get people on the road who would come and say, "Thank you for saying something about it."
I'm gonna see if I can. I have the CDs here. You've mentioned the Janjaweed, and which album was it on?
It's on the Waterloo.
Right. I hope it.
I mean,
You're gonna die
say
laughing.
what it is.
I'm gonna. The CDs are here. Wait a minute. Where are the flipping CDs? What? They're in the bag, but I don't. Something very odd is going on here because I put all of the CDs in my bag. You know what? Did the bag fall? I guess the bag fell. This is weird. No, I put all of. Oh, you know what? They're on the
seat.
They're on the seat. Oh, sugar. All right, let me see if I can go to that place. Hold on to this. Because I don't think. No, I downloaded a different. I downloaded Hope and Doubt. But I'm going to see if I can find. And it's going to take me forever now to get there. But let's see, as it's already 9 minutes past 9 o'clock, and I'm just ready to have a conversation with Taj Weekes. Because the last time we spoke, I think, was 3 years ago?
Something.
Apart from your album release.
Yeah.
Before that.
I came into space.
Yeah, I think it was at WBAI. Was that the last time we spoke? Did we speak on the phone?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah,
It's like Taj is a staple on the Conduit show because I get the sense that he's not getting the love from the Caribbean community that he should be getting. So at least I can say, people can say, Conduit listeners can say they know who Taj Weekes is. They know of Taj Weekes' music. He may be the intellectual writer. He's not an elitist writer, but he's an intellectual performer, I think. Would you accept that, Taj?
Oh, I always say somebody's thought of you is independent of you, so whatever you think, I will go along with.
He's such a nice young man, isn't he? I want to play... Is it 2 words?
No, it's 1 word.
Okay, so it's here. So let me see if I can play this. It's from his album, Waterlog Soul.
A Waterloo Soul Kitchen.
Oh, you know what? But I got to do something. I got to plug this stupid thing in here, and it's going to buzz like crazy. So, Conduit listeners, bear with me. I'm going to play this. This is the track that Taj Weekes is referring to.
Floor in the skies, Fernanda, 'cause no one on earth there would dare see the soldiers stolen their laughter. What a murderous hand they've been dealt, but someone planted a seed, weeded and watered with greed, your malignant seed, the ganja weed.
Okay, so it's just decided to stop. But you get the idea, right? You get the idea. I'm going to just pull it out because I'm not sure what on earth is going on. It just wants to play. That's janjaweed. Taj, explain janjaweed. I know it was a conflict, but the brain is gone. I can't remember which country it was in now. I think it was a Sudanese country.
The janjaweed literally translates. Janjaweed literally translates to the devil's ride on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
Devil's ride on horseback, and that was the name of the organization.
Right.
The Janjaweed, they call themselves the Janjaweed. And basically what they did was they went around brutalizing people who didn't subscribe to their point of view.
And this is the same in one country,
yes.
One faction,
yes.
Which is what we see happening the world over.
Yeah, but this is my problem with reggae music. Okay, we were supposed to be the modern day town criers.
And that's the way it started.
Yeah, we were supposed to be the ones who were highlighting.
Sound the alarm.
Yeah.
What's going on in the
when
world?
I was a little boy, I didn't know what apartheid was. Peter Tosh told me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Bob Marley.
Yeah, you know, but
we've deviated from that model.
We've slipped. You know.
We've become corrupted.
The 80s came in and we got carried away with
sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, you know, and now we're trying to copy hip hop, and hip hop was supposed to be copying us, and you know,
it's one mix-up, mash-up.
You know, when you're first, you don't need to follow.
We've lost the way.
Now we're following.
You know? and the art form is being taken away. So whether you're elitist or whether you're intellectual, somebody has to stay true. And there's a small band. There's a small band of you.
But you know, the saddest thing is this: even if the art has changed, and at least the radio stations remain true, they would have forced them to stay true.
Lord have mercy. You need to come back on the Conduit show for that discussion, Taj.
Yeah, it's a fight that I'm taking on in St. Lucia.
Lord have mercy. Please don't do that.
You know,
please don't do that, Taj. No, it's not worth it.
No, it is worth it. You know, listen, we're supposed to.
But if you're standing alone in that fight.
I'm gonna win, man. David's so good,
All right. Okay.
And it's something I know it's winnable, because I think we need to mandate that 2/3 of all the music played on the radio has to be the music of the people who live on that island.
Wow. I know that's a problem in Jamaica too, that certain stations that you listen to, you don't hear any reggae at all.
How you think we got Celine Dion out of Canada and these people? The Canadian government mandated that. And that's how Brian Adams and all them, Corey Hart and all these people started
Wow.
coming out. And not being only American music was played on Canadian radio.
Wow.
So this can't be one. It can't be mandated.
So would you? And you're not being protectionist when you do that. You're nurturing.
I don't need that check from St. Lucia. Just so you know, I mean, I've said it before on St. Lucia radio. I don't need the check from St. Lucia.
It's a bigger vision.
For what I stand, I will give my check from St. Lucia to somebody else. Because this is not all that sustains me.
They're gonna wait when the artist dies.
But even when the artist dies, Peter, they just play the music for a week, and then cry crocodile tears.
Let me give you an example of what's happening in St. Lucia. We have a collection agency.
Like PRS something.
Yeah. Right. They collect $1 million. These are actual figures. Collect $1 million, and 75,000 stay in St. Lucia.
So where are all the artists? Are they in St. Lucia?
All the artists they play are foreign. So imagine if you play 2/3 and $600,000 stayed in St. Lucia. Then the little man gets some change and pass some change along, and the economy grows.
So do they understand that? No.
Well, they understand it, but there's a profit margin in it for some people. Because when I tell you so much money went abroad, nobody checks where that money went abroad.
Right. And this is why I'm saying to you, sometimes we have to pick our battles.
And this is a battle we need to pick, because it's a battle that I care about. It's a battle that me, as a guy who's doing better than a lot of the artists in St. Lucia, I need to look out for them.
you know what? I have to shake your hand on that one and just pray covering and blessing for you as you go out into that world there, because we know what kind of world it is out there.
It'll happen.
Quietly
It'll happen.
confident.
It'll happen because I've spoken to the people in the places already, and it will happen. It's not a difficult thing.
Right, and hopefully other islands in the Caribbean.
Remember, it's easier for me in St. Lucia. But
It's small.
238 square miles,
Smaller.
5,000 people.
Mm.
You know, I think I know 99% of all the artists,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a matter of coming together.
Well, hopefully when what you're proposing is a success in St. Lucia, other people will maybe look at that model
Yeah.
and say, well, it can be done, so let's do it. But I don't want to be pessimistic, so I'm just going to say good luck to you.
I'll tell you what, I'll come on your show after it's done.
When it's done, and give me a report, definitely, because you know what? We love Taj Weekes. We love what Taj Weekes is doing. We love what Taj Weekes stands for, which is why we've been in communication ever since Ian Forrest first had you as a guest on his show. That's how I got to know about Taj Weekes. And we may not speak to each other all the time, but I follow up on what you're doing. And I just want to say congratulations in the change that you're making and the change agent that you are.
There's a lot of titles in one man.
Hey, well, titles don't bother you. So I know it's like water off a duck's back. He's like, what is wrong with this woman? But
sometimes you have people say all these things and you look behind you for the person who talks.
it's you.
But
It's you.
because the thing is, if I were going completely out of who I am to do something, that would have it would be more taxing. But
This comes natural.
We love doing this, man. We love giving. I mean, I tell somebody one time I went to this field and I brought about 50 soccer balls with me and I threw it on the field. All the kids were running and this one little boy, he was running to get a ball, and every time he went to a ball,
Someone kicked it
knocked
away.
him off.
Oh.
And in the end, and everybody had taken the balls, he had 2 balls literally under his arm. He came to me and he goes, "Mister, I have 2 balls, and I never had a ball before." And I'm looking up in the sky because I'm trying to make the tears go back in my head. And this is why we do it. For these moments when you're giving somebody something that they've never had
Before.
Yeah, man.
It's priceless, isn't it?
Yeah, we put out bikes for kids who've never had, any kind of toy. And they say to me, "What do I have to do to get this?" I said, "You have to do nothing at all. You just take it and go home."
Taj, we didn't talk about the video because you did something which we don't see happening, and we got to go because it's 9:21. You're going to have to come back where we play a whole selection of your music, not just 2 tracks from your new project, which is entitled Love, Herb, and Reggae. See here, Taj Weekes and Adowa. Make sure you go out and buy the music. Don't buy bootleg, please. Are you on Spotify?
Yeah, I think we're everywhere.
So you can go on iTunes.
Yeah.
And also his Facebook page, Taj Weekes.
Taj Weekes and Adowa.
And Adowa on Facebook. And also the website is tajweekes.com.
And the charity website is They Often Cry Outreach.
Toko. Yeah. Right. Okay. My goodness. I mean, we just envisage more good things coming to you as you bring the good things to us.
Yeah. What I want to tell regular listeners, and you mentioned bootleg. I go to a club every now and then with my wife, right? And everybody I hear sing all the lyrics to all the reggae songs, but they don't buy any albums.
No.
They're killing the industry. If you keep bootlegging and listening to it on your friend business, the very same artists that you go out to see can no longer travel because they're not making enough money to leave their home. So we need to start buying more music.
I think the paradigm in terms of how an artist makes money has changed, because I think artists now are kind of resigned because you can get all of the music online.
Yeah, but you can do it legally. I mean, you can, if you stream, you get paid for streaming.
Right.
And now with Sound Exchange, you get paid for, So the artist can get paid.
Yeah, but a CD, like your CD, if I went to a record store now, that would cost me like $22, $25
You download it, but the thing about it
for $9.99.
Yeah, well, I don't suffer as much because the $9.99 is my $9.99.
Right, right. You hear that, people? So when you buy Taj Weekes' music from his website, all of the money goes to him, not to some nefarious record company.
Yeah.
So that alone should make you want to buy the CD.
You know, I never really truly understood why these artists didn't make their own albums.
Because they don't have the education. They don't choose to go out and learn.
I think we've come far enough now.
They still don't. If you have a new artist coming into the business now, what he knows wouldn't even...
Just want your voice out there and people react.
They don't want to learn. They don't understand in anything in life. You have to be invested in what you're doing.
But you see, but we as the elders have to tell them.
Oh, they don't want to hear anything from you because you're an old man. You don't know anything.
But with that said, and I'm me agreeing with you, the old artists, it's not too late to have their own albums, their own labels.
Okay.
You know, because, you know, as unfair as it may sound, on a given year, because I own my own, I might be bringing way more money than the guys who had to travel and work and couldn't spend time with family.
Right. So this is why I'm saying we need a university, a Taj Weekes University.
Yeah, these are basic
you could do it online, you know.
These are basic things, you know. I mean,
it doesn't matter because the information is out there. Ask Michelle Arthurton. The information is out there, but the artists are not interested. I don't know what it is.
So let me get back to something you were bringing up way back when, the video, because I know you got to go.
Right, the video. The concept about the video was, for the first time I've seen a Caribbean, no, let me not say Caribbean, a reggae band, or maybe that's not true, but let me just make the point. A reggae band did an Indiegogo campaign to shoot the video for the film.
Yeah, because I wanted to try to make the video real. I wanted to make it. I didn't want it to people not to watch it because there was anything lacking in quality.
Wow.
You know, I wanted to give a young video guy
an opportunity,
a chance to make
wow.
it. So
wow.
we put it out on Indiegogo, and I told people clearly what it is I was raising money for. I never once hid why it is that we were trying to make this video.
And it
I
worked.
said it was about a video about love, and that I personally don't care who you love, just as long as you love.
Do you think that's maybe why it was so successful?
Well, you know, people helped out, and
right.
we raised the funds, and we made a wonderful black and white video. I have to tell you that we had a cast, a white, Asian. Indian,
I saw the video,
but the mix didn't come like it was supposed to. On that day, some people couldn't make it.
Okay.
And that's why the cast ended up the way it ended up. But we wanted to be across the board.
Right.
Everybody involved.
To represent.
Yeah.
The many spectrums.
Yeah. But, you know, I love the video. I love the song. You know, my son loves the song.
Wow.
You know.
I mean, it's groundbreaking. You definitely kind of kick down certain doors within that reggae community. And hopefully, I know you got the conversation going.
Yeah, well, you know, I was proud because yesterday I looked on Facebook. It had 100,000 views.
Right.
So I was like,
the word is out there.
And it was shared about 899 times.
But it's not just that one single that we want to concentrate on. It's part of a body of work from Taj Weekes' new album called Love, Herb and Reggae. Yeah. And I want to tell you that no matter which CD you have, every single track, like I said, you need the liner note to look at the lyrics, to actually visually look at the lyrics. Because sometimes you can't hear sometimes certain words, but if you have the visual lyrics there and you read it and you're like, wow, this is why they call him an elitist artist. But I don't think so. I think I call it intellectual. I want someone to stimulate me when I'm listening to art.
I mean, again, that's what I got out of the music when I was listening. You know, when I listen to Misty Morning, which I think is really the greatest Bob Marley written song.
Right. Wow.
And people may disagree with me.
Wow.
But just the visual I Misty Morning, don't see the sun.
Up in the hills, yeah.
You
You
know,
can just see it, right?
Floats through my head like a feather heavy as lead. Wow. I mean, these are the kinds of things that I like.
Inspire you.
So when I say in Life in the Red, and I'm caught fighting fire with a feather, you know, I'm trying to do, you know,
emulate.
I'm trying to create the same visuals for some young mind somewhere. You know, the way
You were sparked. Your interest was sparked. Wow. We've been in conversation. Where's Peter G? Peter G is distracted.
Oh, yeah, I'm listening.
But he's listening to the guest this evening, Mr. Taj Weekes. Taj, I can't thank you enough. It's been I hope you've enjoyed this conversation.
I just think it's always, discourse is always a wonderful thing.
Absolutely.
You do university tours, like college tours.
Yeah.
You're smart. A lot of the reggae artists.
They don't pick up on that, and that's a way to build a platform, build an audience as well.
But it's actually more lucrative to lecture than play in a band.
But then you wouldn't be
side.
true to your artistic side if you just purely did
but
that.
I'm saying, it's something that's we're talking about the other artists. Right. So I was saying what it is for me, it can be for them. That's kind of basically where that was going.
But they wouldn't even, yeah.
But I
The
want to tell you,
mindset is not there.
we have a children's book coming out.
Okay.
Soon. We're just doing the illustrations.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. It's a 3-part series.
Right.
They're all on sustainability.
Okay.
The first one is about turning my lawn into a garden.
I like that. Turning my lawn. You see, the poet is in him again. Turning my lawn into a garden.
I was writing a children's song.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lyric went, I'll turn my lawn into a garden, plant some seeds and grow some food, so I can feed my friends and family in my town and neighborhood.
Wow.
You know? Why not write a book about it?
So who wrote the book? You?
Wrote the children's book, yes.
Is there anything you can't do?
Yeah, so,
You just put your mind to it, right? And you do it.
Yeah, so anyway, we wrote the children's book, and it's almost done with illustrations. So early next year, we should have it.
Chapter the first
one.
series, the first book in the series
so
of
one
3.
Is about food, the other one's about water, the other one's about solar energy.
Oh
So
wow,
we
that's
have-
a subject dear to my heart.
Because we're trying to teach the children but in a childish way. You know?
To love their environment,
But
to
you
nurture
like
it.
a CD with, like you write a book, like music for children.
Well, we're just doing a book for now, and hopefully a children's album can come out of it.
Absolutely, and then you can have the book as an audio book
Yeah, a book on
with the music
right.
intertwined.
Right.
Wow.
I'm just giving you all the information. So you
Next
get it all.
year. So I'll just follow you. I'll
Yeah.
stay up to date. When that happens, maybe you can come back on the Conduit show.
We have a documentary coming out.
Oh, on.
Um,
Okay.
diabetes.
Right, because I saw something about you going into Farmer Sen or Farmer Jen, which we never got a chance to talk about. Because you were saying that in St. Lucia, the incidence of diabetes is just totally.
We have the highest rate per capita in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. And I like to think it's that we're probably choking on fortune's fuel. And by that I mean people get a few dollars. Nobody wants to walk anymore. Nobody wants to go home to eat. So we start eating
Fast food and junk food. It really is junk food.
We have little bottles of that called a chubby with 13 spoons of sugar. And we're giving that to children every day. So we started it 3 years ago. And what I wanted to do was to let time pass and let a new administration come in. And
Now then there's a new administration. Yeah.
we've had 2 administrations who've basically done nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So the third one is
This way,
working with you?
it's two administrations. We've had both of them. So what we want to do is, since everything is politicized in the Caribbean, we wanted everybody to know that we spoke to both of you, and nothing changed. Because if we worked with one government, they would say, "Oh yeah,
You're
that
partisan."
government." So now both governments look bad. So nobody can point fingers at anybody.
Ay, ay, ay. Lord, what can I say? There's
we're
a
editing right now.
that's a documentary.
Yeah, it's
So-
called Bittersweet.
When is that going to be aired and where?
Well, we're hoping to do, a circuit.
Okay, BET. Not just
all the film.
okay, Caribbean networking.
Yeah, let it out so people
Okay.
can take a look at it.
Wow. I mean, thank you so much for highlighting issues and problems that have been there for a long time, and no one seems to. And you've used your platform as an artist to be able to bring all these things
Yeah.
out into the open.
What's really sad about this, these islands are so small, and for the most part, the bottlers live on island. If you decided, if you just decided that, you know what, I'm not going to put 13 spoons of sugar.
But
I'm
you
gonna
you
put
have all the
5.
fruits to
There
make
is.
juice.
Yeah, but even if you decide you're going to sell soda and you decide you're not going to put 13 spoons, you're going to put 5. Where are the people going to buy soda? They can't fly to another island to buy soda.
They have to
They
take
have
it.
to drink what you give them.
Unless they're so educated that they stop drinking that
Exactly.
product and make their own
But at least
juices.
if you give them 5, they have a chance to live.
13?
Yeah,
13 spoons of
and
sugar.
a lot of people need to walk more instead
Yeah.
of,
Yeah, well, like,
a
it's
lot
a
of
couple
people
of
get,
dollars now.
So everybody wants to take a
complacent.
taxi.
Everybody
wants
want
to
to drive, and I think walking is very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Absolutely. Well, it's 9:33 and the Conduit show is still going, and no sign of any abatement. But all good things have to come to an end. But Taj, I mean, it's been wonderful catching up with you, and I'm going to have to. What am I doing? Oh, trying to. Hello. This is unheard of. Answering the phone in the middle of a conversation with her guest. How rude of me. But you'll forgive me, right? Taj, thank you so much. Thank you. Peter was like, oh, Taj Weekes. He doesn't remember, but I think he does remember. Because
I was there the night.
yeah, I think you were there the night when we were at WBAI and we were trying to work all the... It was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a disaster, but
We got it though.
I'm glad, 5 years later, no, 4 years later, I made it up to you. Because the information that you've given us today, Taj, and as I said, we played 2 tracks from the album, so you got to come
We'll
back.
get the conversation,
But you got to come back because it's not just about one single.
Yeah, we got Life in the Red, we got...
Exactly.
Sunshine on the Line,
And I wanted to play Rain
Let
and
Your
play more.
Voice,
Yeah,
Room
yes.
and just perfect time for it to be out because elections are on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Though I don't subscribe to
So when-
politics, but
Oh, you don't partake
no, I don't subscribe to your point of view
on politics?
on electing whomever and whatever.
Oh, you believe in the other guy?
No, I don't believe in any guy. I just think.
There shouldn't be politics?
Well,
Taj, you want to draw me out because we got to go.
I'm not completely
All right,
disagreeing.
okay.
Because this is what I think about the 2
Candidates?
candidates.
Mm-hmm.
I think no, I'll.
You know
I
what?
like-
My mic has been obscuring your face all night.
Okay.
Wow.
I see it now.
Okay.
I liken this right
Mm-hmm.
to a cardiologist.
Okay.
All right. If I need to go, if I'm having heart problems,
Mm-hmm.
the person I want to go to is the person who had some experience
In fixing hearts.
in fixing hearts. I don't want to go to a dentist.
No.
You know, and that is why I think you should pick one candidate over the other, even though I think they're just
Right.
as bad.
Absolutely, and I don't disagree with you on that one.
And the
It's the lesser of
the
two evils.
cardiologist is not so great.
No.
Even though
Because
50% of his
he's-
patients have died.
Exactly.
I'd rather go to him
Than the
to
dentist. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's my.
But do you
stance on it.
know, if you have heart problems, you can't see a dentist unless you get a certificate saying that the dentist can pull out your teeth. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, yeah. If you have heart problems,
Before you even go to the dentist, he has to look over a chart from the doctor.
yeah, that you're medically,
Clear.
I don't know. Anyway, but we have covered a multitude of topics today with my guest, Taj Weekes, our guest, I should say. Fascinating artist. Check him out. And there's definitely something on one of his 5 albums that you will definitely resonate with because he is socially conscious. A troubadour is what I would call him, singing about the times. Right, Taj? He's like,
that's what we try to do.
yeah, staying true to the art.
That's all we can do. If you're gonna do something, do it right.
And we didn't ask you. Are you gonna? We know you're gonna be in Toronto.
No.
In Canada. Where is it you're gonna be?
Vancouver, British
In Vancouver. When back in New York, in the New York area?
I don't know.
Nothing on the.
I don't know.
But you know what? Follow him on Facebook. What about Twitter?
Yeah, I kind of, I don't like the abridged version of my thoughts. Sometimes,
He likes to give you the full 100.
Well, I mean, I figured
That's why they
you
they buy the
cannot always
album
articulate what it is you need to say
in 74 characters
Yeah,
or less,
you know, and then I'm looking for all ways of cutting what it is I'm trying to say.
and then you lose the train of
Yeah,
thought.
yeah, and then so,
Facebook is the best
and
way,
that's probably
or the
one reason why
website.
you shouldn't vote for one particular person who gets up at 3 o'clock to tweet about some silly girl someplace else, you know?
Miss Piggy.
Look, he's not presidential,
Alright,
okay? He's
so-
not presidential, so,
But then again, you know, you should do this with your heart.
and that's what I
Not-
said.
Not always your head, but your heart.
But your heart, you have to vote your conscience, and so that's what we say. All right, people, we are about to wrap up. I'm still hearing this buzzing. I don't know where this buzzing is coming from, Peter. But Taj needs to, we need to retrieve Taj's CD so we don't run off with it. And definitely we're going to come back to you or follow you, your progress, with the documentary and also the children's book, which are very interesting, because at least we can get that book in schools in the Caribbean.
Well, that would be a wonderful idea.
Yeah, definitely, because I know Jamaica is about to embark on a massive project where the Jamaica Diaspora Education Talk. That's for me? Oh, can I have it autographed, please? Because I have 4 CDs from you and not one of them have an autograph. I'm like, you're such an idiot. All right, I hope I find a pen in here. Yeah, Jamaica Diaspora Education Task Force is embarking on a campaign, Taj, where they are having a thing called Pledge to Build.ilovejamaica.com, where the 14 parishes in Jamaica, they're having a competition where people in the diaspora pledge money to their parish for the rebuilding and upgrading of schools. I think it's a fabulous idea, and I can see Jamaicans getting involved in that because, you know, we're very competitive. So different districts are going to pledge money, and the one that gets the most money, whichever district, gets an additional project upgrade. So every parish will have 2 schools that are selected by the Jamaica Education Trust for upgrade, upkeep, whatever, toilets put in or whatever it is. Ah, wow. And he spelled my name right, people. God bless you. All right, so we got to shut down. We got to switch over. But I don't know if Peter can come round while we switch over. And we're sorry about the lack of music tonight, but you can trust and believe that I will be playing love, herb, and reggae on successive Conduit shows. Okay, you okay? Let me take my headset off. Okay. we have what's that game where you stand on what do they call that game? What do they call that game, Peter, where you have to put your leg and your hand on different... What's it called? Twister. Yeah, we're having a game of Twister in the studio. I want to say thank you to everyone who logged in tonight. My guest, I want to say thank you to Mr. Taj Weekes.